if you are someone who is afraid of the possible destructive effects of AI technology and how it is going to be used in the future, I want to assure you that it is not going to be as feared. How? I will back this point with very strong spiritual statements. So let's start. The nature of universe is expansion, so as it is for us and so it is for collective consciousness. The people who are afraid of the technology, who are a little bit distant towards this technological advancements, they say that and think that people will stop innovate, people will stop exploring, there will be no authenticity, there will be no authentic explorations in the world, so collective consciousness will stop expanding. This will be the end of the growth, this will be the end of the expansion of the collective consciousness. And as humanity, I don't think that we are that strong now or yet or will ever be to stop that expansion of the universe. So from that point of view, I don't think that AI is a threat to humanity. AI technology is nothing more than a language that translates the knowledge of collective consciousness, the consciousness that we have accumulated since the beginning of the human history. According to basic spiritual understanding, nothing is negative or positive because everything is neutral. What we choose to assign to a certain place, an experience, or a person as negative or positive is a totally subjective process. So as a starting point, if we could try to see the AI technology and the whole advancements around AI as something neutral and something that is here to serve humanity and serve us, I guess we would make a very good start to the point. So if we could start cultivating a more neutral point of view towards AI technology, we would not only soften our perspective towards that technology, but we will also lower our resistance. This comes down to the second very important spiritual law, which is whatever you resist persists. Abraham Hicks has a wonderful point explaining this issue. She says that there are a lot of wars against a lot of things in the world. The war against poverty, the war against governments, the war against AIDS, the war against war. But what we get out of these wars is like more war, more resistance. And there are many fights and wars, almost they're equal to the age of humanity. And we still see those problems, a problem in our daily lives. We cannot work our way towards a desired outcome by pushing against it. It might be easier to see this or implement this knowledge into the fights that's been going on for a long time in the world because we kind of get used to them and we can see them from afar on our perspective. But because AI technology is something very new and everybody is like so caught up with all these discussions and all, it might be harder to bring this perspective into the AI technology. But this issue is nothing different than all other issues of humanity that we've been dealing since ages and ages. So this one might sound a bit cheesy, but it is what it is. So everything happens for a reason. We all choose to exist at this time of humanity. We are living in this reality right at this moment, and we have chosen it. There must be a reason why we have chosen to be in this time of the humanity and facing all these quote unquote challenges towards these technological advancements. And there must be a silver lining. This is our choosing. We need to know this. We are here by knowing that we will face these technological advancements. You might also be familiar with the astrology and astrological developments, and many astrologers were warning people that the age of Aquarius is here, and it's not going to be a surprise that we will see a lot of technological advancements popping up in the age of Aquarius, and we're already in the midst of it. I guess the biggest fear of people who are afraid of the destructive effects of AI technology is that these technological feasibilities might remove the human authenticity and by removing the human touch in the process. It might seem right as an initial point of view. However, it might change if we go deeper into the issue. We said that AI is a simple language that translates the collective consciousness and makes it very easy and feasible for us to tap into it. We already have this knowledge, the collective consciousness within ourselves. This knowledge is already available within us. Otherwise, we won't be seeing this type of technology being available to us as a whole humanity. So this technology actually reflects what is going on within ourselves. We already had that knowledge within ourselves, but we weren't that aware of it. Didn't know that we had such power. At this point in humanity, we are very much aware of our power within ourselves, and that is why our outer reality reflects this knowledge as big technological advancements. So all these technological advancements happening on the outside that we observe is just a mere reflection of what is going on internally in the majority of the human population living at this age. A very simple fact: in order to change the reflection in the mirror, we cannot go and fight with the mirror. We go inside and try to change things internally first so that the reflection will automatically change. So if anytime we see some kind of misuse of the technology, we should definitely take a stand and look at how we are using the technology as well. Most of the time we may complain about other people doing this, doing that, but when we really and carefully and honestly look at our own behaviors, we might see the same reflection in our behaviors as well. So we really need to be mindful about the misusage of the AI technology within our own life first. Now I will talk about a point of view which might be considered as being extreme a little bit. But of course we are not reading an essay on LinkedIn, so of course we will go a little bit more controversial maybe, because here we are talking about a spiritual perspective. The biggest fuel for collective consciousness is human touch, human unique perspective, our authentic point of view, the knowledge that we bring from our filter and then sum it up, add our own unique touch, perspective, and then contributed to the collective consciousness for the future generations. So let's look at the issue from a controversial point of view. The people who are afraid of the technology, who are a little bit distant towards these technological advancements, they say that and think that the human touch and the authenticity, when it's been removed from the equation, then there will be no new advancements, then people will not innovate, people will stop creating new things, people will go lazy, and so on and so forth. But let's remember this: the nature of universe is expansion, so as it is for us, and so it is for collective consciousness. And when we argue the point that, okay, people will stop adding new things, people will stop innovate, people will stop exploring, and because there will be no authenticity, there will be no authentic explorations in the world, so the collective consciousness will stop expanding. This will be the end of the growth, this will be the end of the expansion of the collective consciousness. But I don't think that it is likely to happen this way, because the nature of it is to expand, and as humanity, I don't think that we are that strong now or yet or will ever be to stop that expansion of the universe. So from that point of view, I don't think that AI is a threat to humanity. So another controversy is that by the expansion of AI technology and also the expansion of robot technology, people think that the emotional touch, emotional connection of people will decrease. This again seems initially correct, but when we elaborate on it a little bit more, we can see another point of view. So anytime when we give rise to one end, the other end of it needs to come up, because another nature of universe is one of balance. So the balance needs to be established somehow. So when we give rise to the intellectual mind, if we could associate AI technology with our thinking and logical mind, and emotions with our heart space. So the more we give rise to the thinking side, the emotional side needs to rise to maintain that balance. I guess the important point here is how painful or less painful this balance, this finding the balance process will be, because nature will definitely find its way out. I mean, when we look at the climate crisis, we see that somehow nature finds its balancing point. It just gives you more rain. It gives you more pain. It gives you more sickness. It gives you more storm. It gives you more like snow. It gives you like more heat or cold in certain parts. It somehow finds its balance. It does it in order to maintain that balance. The more we give rise to the intellectual mind, the emotional will catch up, because the world will need it even more. It might create a better opportunity for everyone, light workers, people who are into spirituality, to show and share their gifts with the world. And I don't think that it's just going to be something that we need to assert into other people, because, there is no assertion in the world. Everything is attraction. I believe that this calling will first come to the people who are on the other extreme. Let's say companies or people who are widely using AI technology. At some point they will realize that they lost all their connection with their emotional sides. They lost connection with their customers. People will feel that they go drier and drier inside, and then they will seek for this knowledge. They will look for this knowledge, and they will demand this knowledge of spirituality, spiritual teachings. And there will be a high increase in demand to establish this balance that we've been talking about. On the very practical side, or you might even call it like on the Pollyanna side, that AI technology will probably definitely actually give people an opportunity to explore more on the things that they like to explore, probably because people will have more free time for themselves and may interested in investing in their spirituality and their heart space more. Who knows? Other crucial thing to remember, especially for people who are working on the same field as I am, light workers, people who are sharing their gifts with the world, people who are sharing their love with the world, make sure to jump on this train. I mean, we should definitely use the feasibilities and the technological advancements of this technology for our business too. I mean, we shouldn't say that, oh, this is totally bad, I'm not gonna use it. I mean, it is, as we said, it is something neutral. If you take it and shape it into something beautiful and positive for your business, then it's gonna be beautiful. Well, thank you for bearing with me. I hope after you have seen this video, your perspective on AI technology has changed completely, and you stop seeing it as another thing that the world has to deal with in the coming future. Well, I believe there will always be challenges on a collective level and also on a personal level that we need to face with. If we could develop a healthy sense of spirituality within ourselves, I don't think that any of those issues, let it be globally or personally, could, brings us down. If you want to develop a healthy sense of spirituality, a healthy point of view in life, that's going to be timeless. Developing a strong spiritual muscle is the number one prerequisite of manifesting the life that you desire. So if you want to work on this, I highly recommend you to go and check the free book list that I have created in the description box below, so that you can reach a list of books that are very powerful to help you focus on creating the life of your desires, law of attraction, law of assumption, holistic mindful living, and many more. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.